Hey, everybody. Good morning and welcome to Push Positive Live. Let me just adjust my camera here. It's not staying where I want it to. There we go. I am so glad that you guys are here. My name is Melissa from mycoachmelissa.com. I am the author of Push Positive, Pushing Play on Your Positive Life, right here. And also my vision journal. And today I want to talk to you guys about self-love. It's Valentine's Day week. And more important than loving your partner, more important than having a partner, more important than focusing on what gifts I need to buy and who loves me and who I love, is self-love. You loving yourself, and that's what I want to focus on today. So if you don't have a partner and you're feeling down in the dumps about that, okay, let it go, because really what you need to focus on is you and the way that you love you and how you treat yourself. And once you've got that in check, everything else will fall into place. And if you are looking for that perfect partner is just around the corner, but is only going to come once you express self-love, self-caring. So the way we do Push Positive here is first we start with some news, then we go into a breathing technique, and then we'll hit that topic hard. I've got a lot to say about self-love. So my only news today is that my book, Push Positive, is free plus shipping when you go to pushpositivebook.com. You can get your copy there. We've sold hundreds of copies already. It's a great book. It's got lots of information about how to live a positive life. And if you're already a positive person, it's also a great book for you too, because it's going to help you dive even deeper into that. And if you don't know how to live your life positively, this is a must read. So you want to check that out at pushpositivebook.com. Free plus shipping, and it's cheaper than grabbing it at your local bookstore when you do it that way. Plus, there's a lot of extra goodies that you can grab when you do it that way. So pushpositivebook.com. I hope you'll check it out, read it, and come back here and let me know what you think. All right, if you are watching this live, pop in the comments right now the word live. And if you are watching the replay, comment below replay. I love to come back and check out and see who has engaged with me. And of course, we start conversations outside of this live. So if you want to send me a message, please feel free to do that. And you can comment below as well. And I come back in here and pop in the comments. Sometimes when I'm going live, I don't see the comments. So if you're commenting right now, I appreciate it. And I'll come back and let you know that I saw your comment. So type live if you're watching live, and type replay if you're watching the replay. All right. So one thing that I want to talk to you about as far as breathing and our theme today of self-love is that love is non-accumulative. So what I mean is that it's always fresh. It's always new. If you have a partner in your life, or you have a parent, or you have a sibling, or you have children, or anyone close to you in your life who you really love, I want you to think about what that love means, because that love is fresh and new every single time that you express it and that you feel it. It's love that lives in the moment. Okay, so you may love your children for the 15 years that they've been your children, but each moment of those 15 years is filled with love. It's not just, yeah, I love them. Each love moment is fresh. It's new. It renews itself. So that love moment, it lives, and then it dies. And then another moment is born again, and then it dies. And it's continually refreshing itself, similar to your breath. You breathe in, you breathe out, and it's over, and you start again. You breathe in, and you breathe out, and it's new. Each piece of your life, each breath that you take, each experience or thought of love that you have is new, and it renews itself, and it accumulates over time. So each moment renews itself, and breath in Sanskrit is called prana. And Sanskrit is the language of yoga and Hindu, and Sanskrit is a very interesting language because we take these words for granted in English, but they have deeper meaning in Sanskrit. So the word prana, which we use as the word for breath, really means life force or life energy. And this is your breath. This is what you're doing. You're breathing into existence. So what I want you to think about today when we do our breathing exercise is that when you're breathing in, you are creating that existence around love. Okay, so just like love is new and it comes and it goes and then it comes again and it goes and it's renewing itself, same with our breath, with our life force, with that life energy that you're creating. So when you breathe in, I want you to take a deep breath in, and I want you to think about that existence that we're talking about is pouring love into you. So every time you breathe in, you are pouring love into your body, into your existence. And that quality of breath is going to change for you. And when you're breathing out, I want you to feel like your love is pouring in to the existence. Okay, so when we exhale, we're breathing out. You feel like you're pouring your love into your existence. And when you breathe in, when you inhale, I want you to think about that existence pouring into you. Okay, so we are recreating this life force, this cycle of love that is creating your existence. So just close your eyes and sit up nice and tall. Take a deep cleansing breath. Just get out all that stress, no matter where you are. If you're working right now at your desk, or you're at your house, or you're rushing around, maybe you're building a house, whatever you're doing, just stop for a second and take a deep cleansing breath. So close your eyes, sit up nice and tall, and inhale. And let it all out through your mouth. You might have to shake your body a little bit. Get yourself moving. Get that life force, that prana moving through your body. When you breathe in, think about that life force, that existence, that love pouring into you. So sit up nice and tall, like a string is attached to the crown of your head, and it's pulling you up to the ceiling. And at the same time, I want you to think about your tailbone and where you're sitting and how it's grounding you into the floor. And think of a string hanging from your tailbone, yanking you into the earth's surface. So you're being pulled in both directions, lengthening your spine. Bring your shoulders back. We don't want them crunched into your ears. You want them back, like your shoulder blades in the back are hugging each other. And you're just sitting up nice and tall. Of course, if you're driving, don't do this now. Close your eyes and think about love. Think about love for yourself. Think about who you love. Think about what you love. Think about what you love about yourself. And when you breathe in, I want you to think about that existence pouring its love into you. So inhale through your nose and think about that being poured into you. And now slowly exhale and think about when you're breathing out, feel that you are pouring your love into existence, into the world, sharing it with everything around you. All the love of the world's coming in as you inhale. And all the love that you possess, that you have, that you create is exhaling out into the world. Each breath, breathe in, is its new experience of love and existence. Exhale. And you are creating a peaceful environment around you every time you exhale, because you're taking that love from deep in your heart and you are pouring it out into the world. You are giving your gift of love to the world around you so that you can have this surrounded space of love and relaxation. And that is our breathing exercise today. So if you need to do this later on, please do. You could do this at any time of the day. You can do this several times a day. If you're feeling down in the dumps and you're feeling just so crappy, my life sucks right now, today can't get any worse, stop what you're doing. Breathe in all the love that is around, because there's love around whether you see it or feel it. It's there. And then you have love within you, and exhale it out into the world. Okay, today I want to talk about self-love, self-compassion. This is so important in life because you might be in a relationship and it might last 20 years, it might last 2 years, it might last 8 months, it might not last at all. But that relationship of you and another person is dependent upon many things, but also how you treat each other, how you love each other, how you communicate with each other, how you work things out with each other, how you compromise with each other. But you're two separate entities. And so before you combine two separate entities, you need to make sure that each one of those entities, you and your partner, although today we're only talking about you, needs to be so strong in its own right. That love, that compassion needs to be there as the base, as the foundation, before you can bring somebody else into the equation and then start taking care of them and loving them and being compassionate towards them and learning about their dreams and their goals and what makes them happy and what makes them upset. You need to be in check with yourself first. You're the one that you're going to live with you your entire life. So your relationships may change. You might have a best friend one day and then you don't the next day. You might have a great childhood friend and then you've drifted apart. You may be in a relationship and then you find yourself broken up. Throughout all of these relationships and experiences, you are still here with you. So if you don't love yourself, it's really hard to live this life. It's really hard to go through life connected to someone you can't stand. So make sure you can stand yourself. Make sure that you love yourself and have compassion for yourself because you are human. You are a human being. So if you are human beings, that means you're going to make mistakes. Things aren't going to go as planned and you're going to need to alter your situation, but you're still stuck with yourself. So make it worthwhile, make it fun, make it full of love. So the first thing I want you to do is imagine that you are someone close to you, okay? Take yourself out of yourself for a minute and imagine that you are someone that you love, a friend, a sibling, a relative, and they're coming to you with a problem, whatever problem you're experiencing right now. If you're going through something tough in your life, and we all are at some point in our life, think about that tough thing. And instead of you saying, I'm experiencing this tough thing and I suck and I hate myself and all this negative self-talk that's unnecessary and unhealthy, I want you to think about someone you love coming to you, confiding in you and telling you that this is what they're going through. And how would you respond to them? What words would you use? Would you speak to them tenderly? Or would you speak to them harshly? What would you say to them? What behaviors would you use when you're speaking to them? And be very, very aware of the language that you're using. Because if you're telling yourself, gosh, I forgot to send that in to work on time, I'm so stupid, you're calling yourself stupid. But if your friend came to you and said, oh my God, I forgot to send this in to work on time. They're going to kill me at work. They're going to fire me. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. What's the first thing you're going to say? Whoa. You're not stupid. You made a mistake, but we're all human. Let's discuss how we can fix that. And you try to help them feel better. You'd be compassionate towards them. So what I want you to do when you're going through a hard, tough time is take yourself out of yourself and talk to your loved one who's experiencing that same problem. Take note of how you speak to them and then come back to yourself and speak just as kindly to yourself, okay? How would you treat someone in that situation? What would you say? Do you react the same way to your friend telling you they have an issue as you would to yourself? Maybe, maybe not. If not, if you would speak to yourself so harshly and you'd speak to yourself so kindly, you have a lot of work to do. Okay, the second thing is I want you to write a letter to yourself. So you're going to literally sit down with a pen and paper or on the computer if you're better with typing, and you're going to say, "Dear," and put your name, "Dear me." So I would say, "Dear Melissa." And I want you to start it out like this. I heard about what you're going through. I'm really sorry that you're going through that right now. And I want you to know that I really care. And that's how I want you to start your letter. And I want you to be kind and just go with that. Continue with that. Flow from there. That's your opener. I want you to know that I care. And then be emotional. Use your emotions. Be kind. Be thoughtful. Be understanding. And most importantly, be sincere. And write that letter. And then I want you to read that letter back to yourself, not once, not twice, maybe 10 times. And not just in one sitting, over the course of a few days. Be kind, be sincere, be your own support because you love yourself and you're going to be with yourself for the rest of your life. So treat yourself nicely like you would your best friend or a loved one, a dear friend. Okay? The next thing that I want you to understand is that we get stuck in this cycle of negativity. So if you're being super positive right now in your life, way to go, kudos to you, you're doing great. But I know sometime in the near future, something might not go as planned, and you may say something negative to yourself. Now, if you can snap right out of that, you're okay. But if you get stuck in that negativity, in that cycle, you're going to have a really hard time coming out of it. So the 3 things I want you to do, 3 C's, are to catch, check, and change. So first, you're going to catch what you're saying to yourself. Any negative thoughts that are coming into your head, like, "Gosh, I really suck," or "Oh, I'm so fat," or "Gosh, I'm ugly. Why can't I look better?" or "Why can't I get anything right?" All these things, they're negative. "Why does nobody love me? Why can't I find the job?" All that, I want you to stop. The first thing is catch yourself. Say, "Oh, I'm doing it. I'm saying something negative." Stop. The second thing is I want you to check. Check if what you're saying is true. Okay? So, "Gosh, I'm so fat." Well, you're probably not so fat. Or, "I suck and no one's going to hire me because I totally suck." Well, maybe you bombed the first interview. Maybe you're having trouble finding an interview. Maybe you're turning down things that might be actually good for you right now, but you're just not accepting that. So when you say, "I totally suck and no one wants to hire me," is that really true? No, it's not. It's not really true. So after you check, after you catch yourself saying the negative thing, then I want you to check. Is that really true, or am I just putting some emotion behind it, some self-hating anger behind it? Or is it really true? 9 times out of 10, it's not really true. And the third thing is I want you to change those thoughts from negative to positive. So if you're saying with the job, "I can't find a job, no one's going to hire me, and I suck at working. That's it. I suck." I want you to change it. Not "no one's going to hire me," but saying, "Right now I might be having trouble finding a job, but I'm going to put myself out there some more. I'm going to write more resumes. I'm going to talk to more friends to let them know that I need a job and to keep their eyes out, their ears out. Just pay attention to what's happening around them. Maybe a job will come into play." But if you think negatively, you behave from a negative perspective, you come into life with a negative perspective, people feel that aura and no one wants to do those things with you. Because if you go to that job interview and you're like, "All right, here I am. I've bombed the last 3 job interviews, so this probably won't work, but here we are." Your employer is going to feel that energy and be like, that person is so negative, we don't want them. And you could have had that job if you flipped the switch and turned on that positivity. So I want you to catch what you're saying when you're saying something negative. I want you to check to see if it's true. Is that factual? And then I want you to change that negative thought to positive. Okay? And then the last thing I want you to do is write a list of what you do love about yourself. I love my sense of humor. I love my hair. I love my eye color. I love how easy it is to make friends. I love how creative I am. I love my talents of playing a musical instrument or singing. Whatever it is, just sit there and write all the things you do love about yourself. Of course, there's flaws that we have. We're human. Of course, there's things that we don't love about ourselves and we wish we could change. We're not talking about those. But there's something you do love about yourself. What is it? What is it? Write it down in a list. And I told you that's the last one, but I lied, because the last one is, in order to have self-love and self-compassion, you need to have self-care. So you need to exercise. You really need to move your body. And I'm not saying you need to join a workout program that you're going to be working every single day for 30 minutes a day. And I do run workout challenges like that for my health coaching clients. So that is possible. But if you're stuck in this negative self-love cycle, by all means, if you're ready to rock that and do a 30-day health challenge, do it. But if that seems overwhelming and daunting and the options are that or nothing, then you're missing the mark. You need to do something on that spectrum of being healthy. Go for a walk, take a nature walk, do light exercise if you have to, but you have to get your body moving. You have to. This is what creates our life force, and it does wonders for your mind. It releases endorphins and all these hormones that create a sense of happiness and accomplishment and success. And so working out really does help your mind. And then eat some vegetables. If you're eating fast food all the time, please stop doing that to yourself, because those chemicals in the body, that food that you're fueling your body with, are not nutritious. And so they bring you down and you feel negatively about yourself. So you might not think what I eat matters, but you are what you eat. That's true. So I do want you to eat some fresh, non-cooked vegetables. Red peppers are sweet. They're good. Carrots are good too. If you need to cook them to get them down, do it. Eat salads. If you hate vegetables, figure out a way to start liking a few of them. I want you to eat a little bit healthier. Change something. If you're drinking Coca-Cola every day, stop. Maybe you'll say, all right, instead of 2 cans a day, I'll do 1 every 3 days or something. Try to drink more water. Do whatever you can do to make yourself healthier. And then I want you to take time to do something that you love to do. Maybe it's alone time. Maybe it's going in your bedroom and locking your kids out of the room and locking your partner out of the room and saying, I need me time. Maybe it's sitting on the couch with a hot cup of tea and reading a book. Maybe it's going to a dance class. Maybe it's going to the spa, getting a massage. Whatever it is, do something for yourself. Maybe it's meditation, 5 minutes. Okay? So find a way to do something for yourself, because when you do something for yourself, that self-care translates. That self-care translates to self-love. All right? I hope you have a happy Valentine's Day week. This is not about celebrating your love with your partner. This is about celebrating you and the love you have. And if you have love for yourself, celebrate it and do it. And if you don't have love for yourself, watch this video again and take some of the strategies and then come back here and let me know how it went. All right, see you next week for Push Positive Live every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Bye.